So I've asked quite a few clients recently to start doing habituation and a little bit of desensitization to different environments, including towns and things like that. So Artemis is at that point now with his lead skills that we can start getting him used to different noises, car doors. So what you can see, what I've picked is an old railway station. It's not used anymore in Rocheswa. Lovely quiet town. We have a little bit of sporadic traffic you can hear in the background. We had a car door shut. We've also got different objects, these little huts. We've got this kind of canopied area. So you can see that it's quiet. We don't have people walking right next to us. We've got a nice little bit of space, so we can just stop, good boy, and just let him take it in. If he's interested in treats, I'll offer him treats, but he's just quite content to have a sniff and think about things. And what I'm really looking for is for him, a wee bit closer, baby. That's it, thank you. It's just to be with me. And this is, one of the biggest things that I keep coming back to, and I can't state enough during my training sessions with clients. The treats, of course, help. They do. But what really is getting through is to trust. To be with me. Trust me. And that takes time to build up. We've obviously, this is us moving into our 4th week with Artemis. And we've done a lot of trust exercises for all different things. And what this means now, yeah, good lad, we get a little bit more relaxation, not so much freezing and staring. Okay, I know you want the halty up, buddy. He does still okay on his halty. The halty is now, there's no pressure on it whatsoever. It's just for emergencies. If he gets a really bad fright or something really spooks him. But I've picked an area where that is very, very unlikely to happen. So I've been very choosy about where we start this kind of work. Are you making, look at you. Are you making a gravel angel? You've made a gravel angel. We're just looking and being calm and listening and being calm. We have some nice fuss. Good boy. And I'll sit here, 5 minutes max, and this is enough. His body language starts to relax. He's had time to take in his environment, to process it, have his feelings about it. Everything's okay, and then we can move on. So this is really all I'm looking for when I ask people to start doing this. It's 5-10 minutes of a walk just to sit and allow our dogs the time to think through things, have their feelings, process them, recover from them. So I think the most thing he's concerned about in this environment, to be honest, is the canopy, because it's overhead. My Airedale Molly was the same. We used to call it aliens. She would always look up at, especially if it moved. Oh Lord. All right, babe, think we're ready to go? Oh, a new surface. And if he wants to investigate, I'm going to come with him. That's really brave. Good boy. Is that us? Are we going to move on? So there we go, a little exercise in itself. And we'll just explore our environment together. Yeah, nice and calmly. And if I get a little bit pulling, just because he's a little bit unsure, I'll just stop and wait. The whole thing about this is be with me, I'll keep you safe. That's it. Well done. Yes, good boy, moving into pressure, we love that. Good, good, yes babe, well done. So much better with moving into pressure, even on the short lead now. And you'll notice that I try to make sure that the pressure, if there is pressure when he pulls, it's on the back. And this attached to the halty is only for emergency. So, but just like that. I want him to still be able to feel the pressure in his harness and move into it. Come on, baby. Yes, good boy. And now we can walk on. So immediately after our 5 minutes what did we cover? We had cars in the distance, we had people in the distance, we had cyclists go by at quite a big distance. So once we've done all of that for about 5 minutes, obviously paying attention to his body language, making sure he's not getting mega stressed out, we're just taking a little bit of time to process things, and then we come somewhere immediately pretty much like this. where you can get back to sniffing, relaxing, you know, just do nice, natural, calming behaviours. So we did that, we processed it, nothing bad happened, and then we just get on with our walk, which is really nice. And that's the way it should be. It's just 5 minutes of habituation, and off we go, back to normal walks. So there was no big deal. It was good. So we're still working on the short lead. So again, pressure on the back, not on the face. And if he just moves into me a little bit, we can get over to that corner to sniff, which is what he's motivated by. So I'll give him a minute to think about it. That's it. Yes, good. Any movement towards me or acknowledging me. Just don't want to be pulled over to the spot he wants to sniff, that's all. That's all it is. So if I don't get the movement into the pressure by choice, I can cue him a little bit. Oh, there we go though. A little bit of patience. Yes, buddy. Good boy. And then we can move over together with a loose lead. A little bit of patience. I was just about to say, if I don't get that movement by choice, I could cue him. And I can obviously, lots of people use their dog's names, but I prefer to just click, a little one click, whistle, kissy noise, just a little bit of attention. It's just quick, simple, unemotive, and that's what I really prefer using. Oh, good boy. You're doing so well today, Pumpkin. That's a wee bit strong. So he's taking in his environment as well. Good boy. He's not being stubborn or obstinate. Good lad. Thank you. He's just taking it in. Good. Now we can move off together. Nice, loosely. Investigate together. Somebody's garden. Why not? So yeah, great progress with him. It's nice to be able to start the habituation stuff with him, getting him used to dogs in gardens. We had a dog running a fence line. We had a cyclist, as I said, go by at a distance. It's nice to be able to start working on these things now that we don't have just a large breed dog just pulling like a husky, because you can't start the rest of the work until you sort that. There's a barky dog. So let's go. There you go. Let's go. So using the let's go command, let's go. Yes, good choice. A little bit of pressure. Oh, and a chicken. Gauntlet today. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, a little bit of pressure. Let's go command. Yes, good boy. Well done. Well done. I'm going to go this way. This way. Yes. No big dramas. And again, if he was right back at the beginning when he was pulling the way he did, he would have lost it. He wouldn't have been able to control his emotions or therefore his behaviour in that situation. So yeah, don't make big drama out of it. We also don't want to irritate other people's dogs, so I do have to move him on quite quickly. It'd be nice to be able to stand there and let him process that, but that's not fair on the dogs in the garden. So we do have to use let's go so that we can walk off and not get those dogs any more wound up. Good boy. When I talked about also very carefully choosing the area that I start habituation work in, I'm also conscious of then it being very near to somewhere that we can come and decompress and do some more long line work where the criteria is very much lowered, longer lead, a much quieter environment, there's nobody around, he can sniff and have a bit of freedom. Good lad. And when I say the criteria is lower, all I'm looking for is a loose long line, and then we can continue the walk. But apart from that, I'm not asking much else from him because I ask so much from him in that environment. Easy. Good boy. Almost. If you come a bit closer, you can also get untangled. So this is all we have to do. Move into the pressure and we can continue our walk. Oh, almost, bud. No, that's not the right. Oh, there you go. You can get untangled. Well done. It's close to the right decision. It's not quite enough. I want a touch more. That's better. Good shake off. Good boy. So I'll cue him a little bit, help him out. sniff. Good. I think the last bit that I want to note about starting this part of the training is that even though good lad, his listening was really, really good today, and even though he dealt really, really well with that new environment and that new, new floor surfaces, and you still have to keep in mind that even 5-10 minutes of that was a lot. And this really comes across when you then watch his behaviour during the rest of the walk. He's much more, and you can tell his adrenaline is up, in short. So even though he's dealt with it really well, that's why that recovery part of the walk is so important. Because during that recovery, you can see that his adrenaline is up. He's more skittish, a bit of fencing like this that he walked by no problems, and he's doing no problems now. But just after we had done a little bit of habituation, the fence flapped and he jumped out his skin. So you can tell he's on edge a little bit, which is why we're keeping the session so short and then doing this recovery walk afterwards, where we can, let that adrenaline dissipate a little bit. I mean, he didn't do any full reactive behaviour, no lunging, barking, or pulling or trying to get away. But that doesn't mean that he doesn't have his emotions and stuff going on inside him. So we have to keep aware of that as well. And again, this is why this is so important. We're back on the short lead because we had to do a little road section. Cyclists went by and we dealt with it very, very well. Hey, all about that trust. Being mindful to not put pressure on the halty. I'm really looking to wean him off this halty. The emergency part of it is that because he's a big lad and he was used to putting pressure on, especially if he got a fright, it is mostly safety, to do with his safety. If you got a real big fright with something, it's difficult for people to hold him. It's just unfortunate. There's no long and short way about that. Okay? So, but eventually, the more trust that you build, the more he understands that that you're the safety net, you're his safety net, then the less need there is for an emergency halty. But he's done really well today. I'm really proud of him. Haven't you, babe? You've done so good. And without the other dogs as well for backup, just me and you. He's awesome.